Hello, people of YouTube. This is Gray's Guitars. I am Steve Gray. Thank you for watching. From the guy that brought you Don't Buy JHS Series 3 pedals, now I am going to probably say don't buy Fender Hammertone pedals. And the reason is because we're going to compare these to the JHS Series 3 pedals. So let's take a look at this article. Fender's new Hammertone series expands and slims down its effects pedal line. The new release ranges 9 pedals starting at $79 each. Fender has further entrenched its position in the effect pedal market with the launch of its new 2022 range, the Hammertone series. In contrast to the brand's existing range, which boasts sleek, chunky aluminum cases, Hammertone lineup features compact, relatively bare-bone enclosures finished in a Hammertone powder coat. Price ranges from $79 to $99 for the pedals in the new lineup, which spans to 9 no-nonsense effects: distortion, overdrive, delay, reverb, fuzz, metal, chorus, flanger, and space delay. That sounds interesting. I've never heard of space delay before. We're surprised there's no tremolo or phaser yet, but we'd expect to see them within a year. All the pedals were designed in-house by Fender's effect expert Stan Cody and features space-saving top-mounted jacks, true bypass switching, 9-volt battery power supply operation, and color-coordinated witch hat knobs. Oh, look at that. Something JHS could have learned to do with the Series 3 pedals. This is another serious play for the effects market from Fender and could win over players who don't quite have a pedal board real estate for the company's existing line. Read more for details on each pedal. So the Fender Hammertone, we're doing distortion. So promising enough range to cover just about any style. Fender's latest take on distortion packs active 2-band bass and treble EQ as well as traditional level and gain. The Hammertone Overdrive, like the distortion, and apparently an all-original Fender circuit, but there's one intriguing addition in the form of a pre-mid boost, which should offer additional tone-shaping potential over its plentiful rivals. We have a fuzz, also $79. The Hammertone fuzz seems to want to cover a lot of classic fuzz basses. Fender's blurb alludes to horn-like sustain used for formative records of rock and roll history, but the purple knobs and octave fuzz switch are more of a Hendrix-style tones. Either way, 2 silicon diodes are on board to fuel the fuzz. Color us intrigued. We have the metal, $79. Every pedal has to have a metal offering. It's similar to the regular distortion with a 2-band bass and treble EQ, but focuses solely on the upper echelons of gain. We have the Hammertone delay. Now we're getting to the $99 range. The delay's digital circuit offers up to 950 ms of crisp repeats with the ability to add modulation via a dedicated switch. A second toggle, meanwhile, adds a swirling chloral effect to the repeats. One welcomed addition is analog dry, though, which keeps your guitar pure tone unaffected by the pedal's digital converter. $99 reverb pedal. You get 3 go-to reverb algorithms in this one: Hall, Room, and Mod, with additional flexibility via the dampening control and tone switch. No word on whether these are the same sounds found in the Treverb, Marion layer, but either way should be good. And we have the space delay. The Hammertone lineup's other delay, space delay, sets as digital sights on analog-style repeats and warbling tape-style echoes. There are switches for mod and pattern, which bodies very well indeed with a 950, I think it's milliseconds is what that stands for, of delay time in oscillational OES. Then we have a chorus, also $99. Glass, shimmer, and bubbly. Reads the Fender RR, hold on bubbly. Could this be a very same circuit as the nice bubbly chorus, but damn straight, small, and more affordable? We sure hope so. So while you might lose the bubbler adjustment speed dynamic control, there are still tones of type switches on board the Hammertone, presumably adjusting between shine and triangle waveforms. Then we also have a flanger, $99 as well. Flashing 3 dedicatable surf green knobs. The flanger offers a fair amount of flexibility for its size with controls for depth, manual, rate, plus resonance and type switches. Fender doesn't have a flanger pedal in its existing lineup, so whether this is based on the modified bubbler chorus architecture, we don't know, but we know that we have these knobs for our Jazzmaster. Yes, please, thank you very much. Then it says visit the Fender website for additional information. So, distortion, delay, metal, space delay, flanger, overdrive, chorus, fuzz, reverb. So first and foremost, one of my biggest complaints with the Series 3 pedals was the lack of differences. You know, if you have a bunch of, if these are exclusively on your board, it may be harder for people to tell where that is, whether you want to hear that or not. Yes, you can customize them. Not everybody wants to do this. Well, Fender has taken that to heart and given us some beautiful, subtle color knobs. Honestly, they could have left the font the same for every single one. I think that's just an additional plus, that they're giving us different color fonts, different colors on every single one of these, you know, and you can clearly tell the differences between all of these pedals. Now, price range, I feel like they could have just offered every single one of these for a flat $80. Maybe there's some, I mean, I'm not up to date 100% with the price of the components for these things, but Fender being a larger company, I feel like they could easily offer the $100 pedals down for $80, which is a decent price for a pedal. Now, the Series 3, I was complaining about the price because most of those were, you know, right around $100. They might, I think once in a while you will see them on sale for, you know, right around $79. Is yeah, let's see. They're all $99 here. If I go to shopping real quick, let's see if I can find any of these right now on sale. Well, that's used, though. I'm looking for new. So we'll just stick with the stereotypical new, which is, you know, going to be, let's see here. Is this the site that I want? No. We'll just stay here for right now. This just tells you all the different options. So the thing that you may or may not like, the fact that your input-output is on the top. I think I prefer them. I don't really know. I have both. I have some. I think primarily most of the ones I have are on the side. So I don't think I have enough pedals where the input-output is on the top to make that distinction at this point in time. But if that's a deal breaker for you, I mean, you know, there you go. This is basically a direct competition with the JHS 3 Series pedals. It's almost a carbon copy, you know, chorus, compressor, delay, distortion, flanger, reverb, overdrive, phaser, reverb, screamer, which is, I think, just another fancy overdrive, or that might be their metal equivalent. But I love the coloration of these. That being said, I believe these are all made in China. So if you were thinking about buying any of these that are the $99 price point, you're better off at this point going over to JHS and buying their equivalent. Like the delay, go buy the delay from JHS. Do not buy the Fender delay. It's literally the same thing. I mean, yeah, there's a mod switch here. There's like one extra switch. But in that case, I would say if you're looking for that $100 price range, if you're thinking about it, just go over to JHS, get the Series 3, because I've never once said the JHS Series 3 pedals sound bad. I said that I thought they were too expensive. I didn't like that they were all the same color, and that if you only exclusively had an entire pedal board made up of them or similar pedals, you could easily get them confused. Those were kind of my two biggest points on those. But if you mix these in with the JHS Series 3, then there you go. I mean, you are good to go. As I said, the price point with these, just to reiterate, they could have made these all for like $80, which it's not. It's a pretty decent price point for a pedal, right around, like, I feel like most people are willing to pay $50 to $80 on a guitar pedal. You know, if you're really hurting for cash, Behringer is always an option. You know, you can always go Behringer. You can always get one of their pedals for like $20. That is still a feasible option. These come in nice cases. You know, got different colors. They're simple. You know, pretty bare bones. You get what you get. You got a couple of different knobs. You know what you're doing, and I'm sure all of them sound fine.
And what else we got? Reverb.
Yeah, they all sound perfectly fine. So nothing really to worry about there. Excellent overall, and by all means, $80 ones have at it. if you're looking at that $100 range, I would suggest going to the Series 3 because it's essentially the same thing, and that is for a fact made in the USA. And you're supporting a smaller business as opposed to a big corporation like Fender. So a lot of check boxes there. Otherwise, do what you got to do. That's where we're going to end it. My name is Steve Gray. Thank you for watching, and as always, have a good one.